Fellow foundation students, have you ever found yourself in a situation where, although your grades are outstanding or even mediocre, you're start wondering if your grades are good enough? Well, our team, proudly named Boolean, is here to present to you our latest creation, the Judgment Board. As much as I like to ramble on about its great features, it is my groupmates Jasmine and Brian's duty to elaborate further. And with that, I would like everyone to meet our most esteemed co-designer, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Clement. Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine, and I'm the co-designer of Boolean, and I'll be introducing a short description of our program. So basically, the judgment bot calculates the cumulative grade point average, aka the CGPA of the foundation student through given input, and will determine the most suitable scholarship quantum given by our company for the student for the next semester. The objective of our program is to accurately calculate the CGPA of students and to ease the scholarship application process with effectiveness and speed, as it does not use unnecessary manual related clutter. I will now pass the mic to our very enthusiastic team member, Brian, who will be elaborating further on the judgment part. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine, and good morning, people. My name is Brian Christopher, and I'm here to describe the scope of the program and its inspirations. You see, Legitimate provides a lot of advantages to students and lecturers alike. It provides results with decreased time compared to manual means, and also does not rely on human workers to operate. It operates completely on computers. Besides that, it is also less prone to errors, being a program that uses Python's algorithm. Sorry for that. The disadvantages of the judgment bot is its reliance on an online correction. Once a connection is cut, the judgment bot ceases to work. It just goes kaput. I also interviewed some people about the program. Many will also miss the human touch, which is lacking in computer systems. Well, can't blame them. On to our inspiration. The judgment bot is chosen by Boolean, and it's not a novel discovery, but a new feature nonetheless to be added to the Swinburne University of Technology Sarawak archives if accepted by our stakeholders. As the inspiration for the done program in development, the official Swinburne website provides an excellent example to us. As such, we rarely intend to improve such program by introducing students with a pop-up or providing more information and interaction in the existing scholarship section of the website. And with that, I will give this to our esteemed co-designer, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Brian. I will now be sharing the screen. So, once you open the main module, there will be an introduction message welcoming the user and prompting them to input their student name information. And this text is retrieved from a text file which can be found in the zip folder. So the total number of digits in a Swinburne ID is 9. So if the user inputs numbers less or more than 9, the program will not accept the value until there is an exact of 9 numbers in the variable. Such as if I put numbers less than 9, it will ask me to re-input. If I put numbers more than 9, as same thing. So unless I actually have an exact number of digits, then they will ask me to prompt the next variable, which is your student name. So imagine I would like to have foundation of IT and multimedia. Then I would go LOO46 FT. But however, if I seem to mess up the code, they will ask me to input my foundation code. And they will just keep asking you to re-input until you get it correct for once. And you can also mix up small capital and big capital letters together, and it will still be validated. And if the data is not correct, the user can type no, and they'll be asked to re-input the data again. So I'll be re-inputting the student ID, name. And for now, this time I'm going to put everything in small caps. And as you can see, it still works. And you can only use either yes or no. So you can't just write, I don't know, or hi. You have to use either yes or no. And you can write yes. So I will now pass the mic back to Clement again, where he will guide you over the next steps of the code. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. As she said, this part of the program is where students will pick out the unique codes that they took for their foundation program. And as you can see here, we have an array of unique codes the student can pick from, by which can be entered into the input prompt shown. Let's try putting in some unit code, shall we? So let's just pick out something random from the selection, and let's say multimedia. So multimedia will be entered by the user, obviously. And a secondary input prompt will be shown as well that the user can type two kinds of responses, either Y or N. The option N will be elaborated further, but for now, let's just pick yes, which is Y, so that you could type in more foundation codes. Not foundation codes, foundation unit codes. My bad. So now, in the situation of a repetition of the same unit code entered, the program will automatically detect it as an error to display a message, as well as prompting the user to input for another input attempt until a new unit code is entered. And the same applies to if the user entered an input not in the selection list. So anything that's not in the selection list, let's say a random letter A, for example, and C, the same thing happens. So for now, let me just type the rest of my codes. Yes, and oh, my bad, that's not in, but let us just try again, shall we? Minor mistakes, minor mistakes. And okay, let's pick out, let's say, Introduction to Physics. Everyone loves physics, don't they? I personally don't. So, and let's pick another one. Let's say Design. Yes, Design. So nice, so good. Yeah. After you entered all your unit codes, you can enter the letter N to append all of your unit codes into a list. Another input prompt will appear to determine whether the list is correct or not. And if the user is unsatisfied with the list, the user can type no to repeat the process from the unit code, onwards. Or if the user is satisfied, they can just type yes to proceed to the CGPA calculator. Now, for each unit code entered by the user, and I mean each one of them, the program will request a score input in the GPA format from the user. For error detection, if the input falls out of the GPA range, the program will repeat the input prompt until arriving at a valid input. So just type a random number that falls outside of the GPA format, let's say 100. Invalid input. So that right there is our error detection. So let's, for now, just type the actual results for this student. So let's say this student is a descendant of Albert Einstein, where he just gets straight A's. So 4, 4, 4, 4. Wow. Okay. After that, a confirmation input will appear where when the user inputs yes, the program will proceed to scholarship selection. If not, the user will exit from the program. We do not want that to happen, so I just type yes, so that I will pass my part to Brian Christopher.
Thank you, Clement. And yes, I'll be your host, Brian Christopher, and I'll be discussing Module 3. So now you have input your CGPA. We will now talk about the selection of the scholarship that you can take. Each scholarship will be ranked by their letters. Each letter will become less and less valuable. So because this is the descendant of Albert Einstein, this guy can choose from option A, B, or C. Now let's say he wants to option B. Oh, but he doesn't really want option B. So what if he doesn't want option B? You'll just say no. And you come back with the same prompt. Let's say you want option A now. Say yes. Now you have to input the contact number. And it has to be 11 numbers. For example, I only put 10 here, and it doesn't work. Let's try 11. It works. So now we have to input a student email. It has to be student email. It cannot be your personal email. So keep that in mind. Oops, my mistakes. B. Now the corresponding address. Let's say lives in the dorm, so Swinburne Sarawak campus. And is this information correct? Yes. So if you want to exit, here's the information. Everything's finished. Yes. Now we'll go to the transaction. Transaction is basically a receipt for everything. As you can see, all the information are found here. And that is all. That is all a judgment does. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you're interested. Thank you.